everybody, how you all doing? So today we're going to be looking at some new Circa Beauty lip products. I picked up 3 of the Circa Beauty lipsticks. They don't have any special name on them that I see. It just says Circa on the side, and then they have the titles to the lipsticks on the bottom. And then I also picked up 3 of the color saturated lip crayons. These are supposed to be a longer lasting formula. So I did pick up 2 lighter shades and a darker shade with the lip crayons. And then same with the lipsticks. I got 2 lighter shades and 1 deeper shade. So I'm going to go ahead and start with what's on my lips now. And I'm wearing the, what are these called again? Color saturated lip crayons. And this is in the shade Captivating. I'm going to say right off the get-go, I love these. These are $10, but they do last a lot longer than your typical lipstick. Which I do remember reading a sign at Walgreens to where I picked these up at, and they did say they were longer lasting, and they are. I'm not going to put a time range on it, but it's definitely safe to say these are longer lasting than your average drugstore lipstick. So they just come in kind of a twist up crayon dealy, which I like. I mean, you don't get a crazy amount of product, but I mean, it's pretty typical. These have a nice shine to them. They're creamy, but they're more of, they're not super, they don't have a lot of slip to them, I guess. When you put them on your lips, you can kind of feel it. I don't want to say tugging because they are creamy. These just adhere better to your lips than the average lipstick because they are longer lasting. Although they are longer lasting though, these are really comfortable on the lips, and as they wear off nicely. They last a long time, they look nice, they feel nice, they have a nice shine, and when they do wear off, they wear off fairly evenly. So I do really like these. I mean, you get an incredible shine. It's kind of like a lip lacquer if it was to be put in like a solid form, kind of. It's kind of hard to explain, but they do feel really awesome on the lips. They do kind of have a florally smell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Flower Beauty products, but it's just a little bit stronger than the Flower Beauty products. It's not insanely strong, but it is there. As far as taste, I don't notice any taste off of these coming into my mouth. These are $10, but for the lasting power, how they look and feel on the lips, I really think these are worth it. So here we have the first shade in Captivating. It's just a pretty kind of mid-tone brighter pink. I'm going to apply a little bit more because I've been wearing this for a couple hours. It still looks great, but I'm just going to kind of build it up to full intensity. So here we have the shade in Captivating. It's beautiful. I love this shade for spring and summer, and I just love the way it makes my lips look. It kind of has like a perfecting, I don't know, aspect to it. So I love that about it. I do have some dry patches on my lips and it doesn't show them at all. In fact, it makes them kind of look nice and plump and juicy. So I really love these. So the next shade I have to show you is in the shade called Alluring. I really love the formula of these. I don't particularly like this color. It looks like it's going to be more pink on the bottom, but off my lips it pulls kind of lavender and it just washes me out, makes my teeth look yellow. I will apply this for you guys just so you can see the color, because I know a lot of people will like this, and this is in the shade called Alluring. So here is the shade in Alluring. You can see that it looks really bad on me, but if you just look at the lip product itself, it is kind of like a stick form lip lacquer. I mean, it's super opaque. It looks awesome as far as hiding anything that's going on with your lips, and it just feels so comfortable. So here's the shade Alluring. I just wanted to back away from the camera a little bit so you can get a better picture of how it looks. And although I don't love this color, I just love the formula and the way it looks on my lips. Alright, so moving on to the third shade. This shade is called Demure, and I like this shade a lot better. It looks a lot better on me than the last one did. So here we have the shade Demure, and you can see it's a kind of a, I don't know, an everyday pink. It's not too bright, it's not too light. It is a tiny bit warm, but it's not too warm to where it makes my teeth look yellow or anything. I do really like this shade, and I just love the finish. So here we have the shade Demure. I just, like I did last time, I backed away from the camera a little bit so you can kind of get the overall picture. Love this color. It's kind of just like an everyday pink shade. It's definitely kind of a safe color to go to. So my overall thoughts on the lip crayons, I love these. I just don't particularly like the shade in Alluring. But everything else I love about these. The wear time, the lasting power, how they feel on the lips, how they wear off the lips, and then also how they make your lips look. If you have chapped lips, these are pretty good at hiding them. So I really love these. These are awesome. Like I said, they are $10, so they're kind of expensive. But for being $10 and like I said, considering the lasting power, I think they're worth it. Like I said, they do have a florally smell. I can still kind of smell them on the lips about 15 minutes after I apply them, and then after 15 minutes the smell kind of goes away, and it's not super strong on the lips, but these are a little bit stronger than, like I said, the Flower Beauty lipsticks. So if you guys are familiar with those. Other than that, I love these. They don't have a funny taste. At least I haven't noticed. These don't seem to work their way in my mouth, and they don't bleed outside the lip line. So I give these 2 thumbs up. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the lipsticks now. I think, by the way, I think there's 10 shades of these, and I wanna say about 10 or 12 of lipsticks. I don't know for sure, but I know there's quite a bit to pick from. So anyways, starting with the packaging, it comes with a nice packaging. The lid clicks on and off nicely. The packaging is really nice. As far as smell, these have that same florally smell, and I do notice with these, they do kind of have a taste to them. I don't really care for. If you guys are familiar with the CoverGirl lipsticks, they have kind of, to me, it's kind of a little bit soapy, or if you've ever gotten like a perfume, like a mist of perfume in your mouth on accident. I mean, they're not quite that bitter, but you can definitely taste these when you put them on it. So the first shade I'm going to go ahead and show you, this is in the shade called Sophia. This is another light pink that leans a little bit lavender, so I really don't like how this shade looks on my skin tone. So these lipsticks kind of go on a little bit streaky, and as you can see, I'll zoom in a minute even closer, but I mean, it's showing a lot of my dryness. They're not my favorite formula as far as the finish goes on the lips. They're supposed to be like a satin matte, and I have to say, they kind of die down to a matte finish. Here we have the shade in Sophia, and you can see my dry patches on the sides of my lips. It kind of accentuates them. It's a little bit streaky. I don't really care for the taste, and it can kind of tend up to build a slight white line. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's already starting to kind of create a barrier or a wall, I guess. So here we have the shade in Sophia. Like I said, it's a really light pink with a little bit of purple in it. It's not really flattering on my skin tone. I just don't like the way it sits on my lips, especially for being $10. So the next shade I'm going to show you guys is in the shade called Brigitte. This is a really pretty pink nude shade here. So I don't know if you guys can see that going on. It's a little bit streaky. After a while, I do kind of feel like it sets and looks a little bit better, but these don't last long. They wear off really quickly. I don't really like the taste. I don't like the formula, to be honest. And here is the shade in Brigitte. I love the shade. This is a beautiful shade. I don't like how it looks on my lips. And after a while too, my lips feel just a little bit dry. Not insanely dry to where I wouldn't wear them, but the finish kind of throws it out the door for me. Shade I have to show you guys is the shade called Elizabeth, and I like this a little bit better because it is darker and it doesn't show all, you know, my lines and any dry patches I have on my lips, just because it is darker. But as far as the formula is the same. So here's the shade in Elizabeth. As you can see, it looks a lot better as far as hiding any imperfections on your lips, but the overall formula is still the same. They go on a little bit streaky. You have to kind of go over on one side and then move to the other, which is not a big deal to me. All right, guys, so I'm going to kind of do a recap of these lipsticks just to kind of let you know what I think of them as a whole. The packaging is amazing. The smell smells nice. I do not like the flavor. I don't like any kind of flavor getting in my mouth because it's not like it's fruity. It's like florally. The finish I don't really like. It really shows, you know, I don't know, any dry skin, anything that's going on your lips, it will show. They feel nice and creamy going on, but after about an hour, or no, sooner than that, probably about 30 minutes time, They're not extremely drying, but they do feel a little bit drying on the lips. You can feel these on the lips. These aren't like something that you're gonna put on and, oh, I can't feel them. They feel great. You can feel them. They're not crazy uncomfortable. Like I said, if I like the finish, I would totally continue to wear these. But with everything kind of as a whole, I would not purchase any more of these. I mean, these don't even last a long time. One thing these do have going for them is when they wear off really nicely. So that's probably the only, I mean, other than the packaging, that's probably the only area I'd give them a thumbs up in. Just trying to be honest with you guys. These are $10, is so same as these, but if you are gonna try something, try these. These are really great. So I would just say if you were wanting to try one of these, definitely pick up a darker shade, because like I said, the darker shade looks nice, but it doesn't taste and wear all that nice. And what I mean by wear all that nice, they just don't last long enough for me to spend $10, and their colors aren't like anything outside of the box. So it's not like they have unique colors. They are beautiful colors and I like them, but I just won't pick up any more because of the formula, the taste, and just kind of how they make my lips look. So that's my review. I hope that was somewhat helpful if you go in to pick up any of their lip products. I know they had kind of like lip butters there. I haven't tried those yet. Let me know if you guys want anything in particular for me to review out of their line, because they have a ton of stuff. So anyways, guys, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.